Hi everybody, it's Joy Packard. It is a Friday evening and I just came out here to check on this location. It is one of my business ventures. I know I have many, but I am super excited about this. I'm not quite ready to show you the inside, but we will be hopefully next week. And it's so super exciting. Let me see, it's a little bitty office. But it is amazing, and so it's taken blood, sweat, and tears to get this going, but I teach this in the Simples on Seller membership group. I gave them the idea of what I'm doing here, and it's something that is done like on the side. I already have somebody who lives like 5 minutes away that takes care of this for me, so it's pretty exciting. Let's see here, low connection. Recording. Here we go. I'm gonna have to get internet over here, but anyway, it's a one of my multiple income streams that I teach, and I'm so excited about it because we literally got this location. It's a blessing. Like, we have to be within a 50-mile radius of certain people, and it's literally right outside 0.1 miles of other locations that I cannot be in. So it's super exciting. You know, I always talk about not putting all your eggs in one basket. I teach this in my Simples on Seller group. I talk about it all the time. You know, many of you know I do Amazon. Amazon is amazing and great, but there's always the chance to get, you know, for things to, you know, especially lately with Amazon changing daily and everything. So I like to kind of have different things that I do, and this is one of them. So I just came to check this. I've been working on this project for almost 60 days now, and I see it coming to pass. And it's literally 5 minutes from my house. Like I say, I'll just show you, it's such a cute little building. There's 3 or 4 other businesses in there, but mine is in there, and I'm actually going to be working on the sign. And like I say, I'm not the one going to be doing this all the time. At the beginning, I will be to get it going, but the idea is that it is something that I don't have to be here all the time, and it's something that can bring in multiple 6 figures a year. So why do I talk about that? Why do I share that with you? Not so much to talk about how much money we all can make. I just want to, you know, have it to where, wow, low internet connection. Let's see if it comes back. Here we go. The internet's not super good in this area yet. So thank you, Angela. So I share this with you because I like to encourage you to think outside the box. You know, don't always just think that it's only this way and this is the only thing I can do, and you know, I'm only going to do Amazon, or I'm only going to do whatever it is that you're doing. That there's multiple ways that you can earn income and that you can earn a living. And so, you know, as I talk about mind maps, you know, and putting it out there and putting it like whatever it is that your goals are, whether it's to make 200 a month, 500 a month, 1,000 a month, 100,000 a month, whatever it is, you know, there are different streams of income that you can do. And you have to not spread yourself so thin, but you also have to think outside the box. And that's what I'm getting at today. And that is, you know, whenever an opportunity arises for me, I take it. And this has arisen for me, if that's even a word. But I had met somebody in Denver, and, you know, they were telling me about this particular opportunity. And like I say, it's not quite ready to show you. Maybe on Monday or Tuesday when I have it set up. I just came to check it, but I have my friends coming to make it, you know, where I can actually video and show you what I'm doing. But it's one of those things where I can do this along with what I'm already doing, but it doesn't take up a lot of extra of my time, right? Because you train it, you train other people to do it, you have other people help you run it, and you say to yourself, you know, you have a goal in your mind of what you want to do, right? How much you want to make. And so whatever that goal is, you can, you know, what's the word? Re-engineer it backwards, right? This is how much I want to make. This is how I'm going to do it. right? Whether it's Amazon, whether it's doing Uber, whether it's doing Lyft, whether it's, selling whatever. And so this particular opportunity, like I say, I've shared with people in my Simple Sun Seller membership site, and it's really, really awesome. I love being an entrepreneur. I love being able, the other day somebody asked me, so do you have to work today? And I'm like, well, I work from home. And we had this conversation about how awesome it is to not have a 9-to-5 job. I don't have to be in an office 9 to 5. I work for myself. I do things, according to my time. I'm able to spend time with my family. I'm able to spend time doing the things that I want, whether it's traveling, whether it's going to the beach today, or taking a nap, or whatever it is that I want to do. It's something that you can think of yourself, right? And think of writing down your ideas and writing down your monthly goal. What is your monthly goal or your annual goal? And how is it that you can put opportunities together and figure out how to reach that, right? And there are so many amazing and fun ways to do that in this world. And so you can decide which ones you enjoy doing. If you don't enjoy doing it and it's not working for you, then you can choose something else, So one of the things that I highly encourage you to do is to, decide what it is in your mind, and do whatever it takes that you need to get there. Take the steps that you need to do. And, I think that's kind of how my brain works, and how I think, and that's why I do a lot of mind mapping. I talk about this. Hey Ryan, how you doing, buddy? And so I think that, whatever it is that there may be some things, like you may say, I only want to do this an hour or two a day, and then I'm going to work on my online business an hour or two a day, or whatever it is. Maybe you just say, I only want to work 2 hours a day, or maybe you just say, I want to work 3 days a week. You can set the tone of what you do in your life and what you choose to do. I personally, I did a 9-to-5 job when I was 13 years old. I was working in my mom's doctor's office. I was doing the payroll when I was 13 years old, and I was doing the front office, and I worked really, really hard. And I learned early in my life that that's not what I want to do. And so I searched and decided, I want to be home with my kids. I want to be home with my kids. I want to be able to raise them. I want to do things that I enjoy doing. Because here's the thing. I know that sometimes we have to do things that we don't really enjoy doing, right? Whether it's, whatever job that we have right now to put food on the table. I'm very blessed that, my husband supports our family. Whatever I do is basically my hobby, or puts gravy, or whatever you want to call it. And so, but some of us who are out there, this is what is bringing food to the table, and we have to choose how we want to do that, right? And if we can work smarter and not harder, if we can do things like work from home and do things online, then great, and if like I say, if this location works, I may decide to open, I think my ultimate goal in my head is 3 to 5 locations like this, and have other people work it for me, right? So it's a niche that I never thought I would get in, but it's one of those things, like I say, whenever you're willing to think outside the box, things will show up in your life, and opportunities will show up in your life, and you just have to decide when they show up, are you willing to go for them, right? We're going to have things in our life that are going to be presented to us, and we're going to have to say, yeah, I do want to do that, or no, that's going to take up too much of my time, or no, I just don't really enjoy that. And the other thing is, the other day we were talking about shifting, right? And we were talking about, here's the end goal, and here's how I want to get there. And sometimes getting there may be different than the idea that we had in our mind, right? And that's okay, as long as you are like going forward and you are moving forward toward that goal, then it's very, very exciting. And so I'm super excited. I'm super blessed for people that I meet. I meet so many people. I travel so much. I go to conferences. I put myself out there. I network. I teach you guys to do the same thing. And that's where ideas and opportunities come my way. And I feel so very blessed to have that in my life, right? And so that can happen for you as well, you know, for you to find out exactly what it is that you want to do to be financially free. Because, you know, it's not just about making money, right? Money is great. Money makes things move. We can buy food, we can feed our families, pay for our cars, pay for our homes that way. But truly, for me, you know, true success, and I use this in my slides every time I do a presentation, is Tony Robbins' quote, where he talks about, you know, success is doing what you want, with who you want, when you want, wherever you want, right? And that's how I feel. Like, that's what I want to do. That's the way I want to live my life. If I want to go to Costa Rica, if I want to go and, you know, spend time with my kids or go on a cruise or do whatever we need to do, then I'll do it. And I will do what it takes, you know, in my entrepreneurial spirit to do that. And so only you know how much you want to be, you know, doing and how much you can handle. Not everybody is the same. You know, we all have different things that we can do. Craig, you know what I'm talking about. I am not exposing it quite yet because it's not quite ready, but I'm here and I'm just talking about multiple streams of income, and it's exciting. And so, you know, I'm just super excited about the opportunities that have showed up, like I say, in my life. And so whatever it is that you want to do, you know, whatever your financial goal is, like I say, you know, for me, it's more about having that peace and having that ability, you know, to travel, to spend time with my family the way that I want. And so, yes, Greg, it's all here. First order is here. So super excited about it. You know, if it's something that you are, hi, Deanna, if it's something that you are waking up every single morning excited, then you know that it's right. And that's the way I feel. If I wake up in the morning, I say, you know, this is what I've been doing for so long, and I'm just not that excited about it anymore. It's okay to shift. It's okay to say, this was working. I loved doing it when I did it, and now this is what I want to do. And, you know, in my life, I have 3 or 4 or 5 different income streams that I have coming in for myself because I love doing that. And of course, I don't want to just say, you know, be scattered, still be focused, but still don't put all your eggs in one basket, is what I'm saying, right? And I just preach that until I'm blue in the face, because you just never, ever know, right? So there is your entrepreneurial speech for the Friday afternoon when I should be going home and getting ready for a date, but I wanted to come and check this location. We had our delivery yesterday and it looks amazing. I'm just going to have the people who helped me lay it all out better, and I'm going to go home and finish the last steps in getting it going. And you know, that's the last thing I'll share with you. What I loved about this opportunity is it was like a step-by-step thing, right? Step 1, do this. Now you did step 1, now do step 2. Same to step 3 and step 4. And it just reminds me of everything that I talked to you guys about and everything that you do, right? You have to take the very first step to ever get to the top of the hill, right? And the exciting thing is that whatever it is, whether it's this business opportunity or whatever it is that you're doing, and I had a talk with one of my daughters about this today, you will always have a step-by-step. Hi, Camille. You will always, just like our podcast stuff, right, Camille? We went to this podcast event and they taught us step-by-step on how to launch our podcast. And that's what I did, right? And we just did it. I didn't know how to launch a podcast. I didn't even know what kind of microphone to buy. So whatever it is that you want to do, you take it and you just say step-by-step. What is step 1? Great, I did it. Now, what is step 2? Great, I did it. And before you know it, you are either at step 5 or 10 or 20, whatever it is that you're trying to do, and eventually you will accomplish it. And that is what I wanted to, after all that we talked about, that's really what the message is you can do whatever you want to do if you just take your steps to get there, you know? And I think that, you know, if you want it bad enough, then you will make it happen. And if you run into a wall or you run into a, you know, bump, then it's really, really okay. And that's exactly right, Craig. I feel so super excited today at this very moment, even though I'm kind of tired today. I'm trying to relax today, you know, and that's the other thing too. And that's a whole nother talk for another day. And that's your self-care and taking care of yourself. But it's exciting to be able to do that. So Looks like I need to move, get out of these people's way. I'm super excited. Wanted to share with you some of those thoughts. And I hope it has helped you in some way. And I hope that you are going to do something fun. It's Friday evening. Although, I think that's why I have a hard time keeping track of my days, because every day to me is like a Friday. My husband and I went out last night on a date, and I just really love living my life, and you, if you are in a place right now where you don't love your life, that, we all are in that rut, right? I get in those ruts. I'm not always happy, and things are not always going my way. But when you find yourself there, then you know that there is a way to overcome that. And that's the exciting thing, right? So have an amazing, amazing weekend. I didn't even know it was Labor Day weekend, guys. I've been in Costa Rica, and I came home and someone said, "What are you guys doing for Labor Day weekend?" I'm like, "Is it Labor Day weekend?" And I was like, okay, so I guess my kids are off on Monday. Maybe we'll take them to the beach or something. But that's what I'm saying is, like, live your life, find something that you want to do to where you don't know what day of the week it is. I think I say that a lot in my videos. In fact, people make fun of me. They're like, how come you never know what day it is and what day of the week it is, or whatever it is you're doing? And I think that's just because that's kind of how it is lately in my life. But I truly love what I do. And I encourage you to do the same for yourself, to find something that you can be passionate about, whether it's your podcast or whether it's Amazon or whether it is. So I'm so happy, Camille, that I'm inspiring you, because I do a lot of these Facebook Lives to inspire myself. Because sometimes, we get in those ruts, and to help get out of the rut, you share that you are in the rut and how you're getting out of it. So yes, there are many of us that are in ruts, and I get in ruts probably quarterly, sometimes monthly. And what I do is I just take a step back and I say, all right, just like the other video I did the other day, getting back to the basics, right? When you find yourself in a rut, and this is the last thought I'll share with you, and then I'll let you guys go. And that is, when you find yourself getting in a rut, take a step back and start from the beginning. Whether it's your business, or whether it's your podcast, or whether it's your diet or your healthy routine. I'm on this Fit by 50 challenge, and the other day ice cream won, and I had ice cream, and I said, I can either say, dang, I messed up on my challenge and I'm just not going to do it anymore, or I can say, I'll start again tomorrow, right? And so we just get in that. So happy you don't know what day it is. I know, right? I really don't know. Like I said, I didn't even know it was Labor Day weekend. So funny to me. Pura vida, right? That's what they say in Costa Rica, which is, the simple life and living like that. And I love it so much. And so, yeah, the last thought for you is, like I say, when you find yourself in that rut, just start from the beginning and start over. And like I say, we do the steps, just like this business that I'm in. I get an email every day. Every time I do a step, they say, great, you did it. Here's another email. And so use that in your life, whether it's an email or whether it's a check mark on a checklist that you say, okay, I need to restart over. I need to get out of my rut, right? So just make your list, and don't make it very big. I was telling my daughter that today, just pick one or two things that you can do differently to help get yourself out of that rut. If you feel like you need to lose weight, then, okay, what's the first thing that I want to do to lose weight? And for some people it's finding the right diet. For some it's working out. For some it's just waking up and saying, I'm going to find my tennis shoes, and that's okay. So we're all so different, and we're all in different stages, and that's okay. Just know that whatever rut that we are in, we can begin again. So for those of you who don't know, or those who do know, it's a reminder, I have a podcast. It's called Joy Reveals. I just made another episode, but it's not uploaded yet. It will be uploaded hopefully today or tomorrow. It's a very short one, actually, and I'm going to start doing that again. I was doing one a week, and then I was traveling so much, and I even actually brought my microphone to record when I was in Costa Rica, but it just never happened. And that's okay. So do I beat myself up saying I didn't record my podcast weekly, I'm a failure? No, we begin again, right? So those of you who have your iPhones, it's on iTunes. And if you have an Android, it's on the Stitcher app. So I hope you download it. I hope you review it 5 stars, of course. It helps raise my show up. And so anyway, hey, it's super fun sharing with you my excitements and, you know, my failures. And on a Friday evening, I'm sure my husband's at home wondering where I am. But I'll be home soon, and I'm so excited for all of you guys who are listening today, because maybe there was a reason why you had to get on here today. It's whether it's to get out of your rut, or to figure out a different business venture, or to do something just for yourself, you know, whatever it is. So anyway, happy Labor Day weekend, now that I know that it's Labor Day weekend. And I hope you guys have an amazing day, and just remember that you can begin again. Yes. And I learned how to say this the right way, Camille. It's pura vida. My husband told me the D is a TH. So pura vida. How's that for my Spanish? I'm going to be taking up Spanish because I love Costa Rica. And so anyway. All right. So for this weekend, pura vida. Hopefully for all of you. If you don't know what that means, go look it up. It's a Costa Rican theme. So, all right. Take care, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.